Good evening everyone. Welcome to another gameplay video of Perilous Tales, a continuation of the solo shot series. Once again, our heroes of the Arizona-5 Backpackers MTF will venture out into the dangerous unknown to battle monsters in the name of humanity and power. Most probably power, but we have to have faith that there is a little bit of humanity left somewhere in that struggle.
As you can see, I have a misty graveyard already set up. We are going to play the corridor, so the threat markers are set up, well, like the name implies, in a corridor, exceeding the villainous half of the table edge. The hero table edge is here, and I've already set up the Arizona-5 Backpackers MTF. Our villain for today is the Vampire Count. As you can see, probably not, but I'll insert a picture somewhere around here. His Deep One minion Thralls and a few Bat Swarms. The rulebook suggests that you should have 2 of each. I suggest you have more since there are cards that increase the number of your enemies. The goals of today's objectives are destroy the idol, which is going to be this statue over here, kill the master, this Vampire Count over here, and find the precious. So somewhere behind this line, in one of the terrain features, there is a hidden precious, probably tome or maybe a sword to actually kill this guy, which our heroes need to find. Since the idol is located a little bit to the left, I'm going to go a bit more to the left side. 4. And I want to end within, not within 6, so anywhere near here is okay. Let's go over here. Jump also between these gravestones. Tom was the hair trigger, so Tom is actually going to want to end here, and despite being a hair trigger, uses 1 action point on setting up to shoot. Eyes peeled. Communications expert Adam is going to jump forward. I could even jump further than that. And tough guy crazy, this time Andrew, is going to go 4 and a bit more to end within 6 of this threat marker, and this threat marker is going to be number 6, and it's Creeping Horror. The peril remains in play, or heroes within 6 inches of this peril suffer disadvantage on all non-attack skill checks. That's good and bad at the moment. The one that revealed is Andy. Yes, Andy's crazy, so even if he'll have to make a horror check, it won't inflict him that much. But revealing that starts the villainous phase. Starting the villainous phase, the threat level is 0, so which means despite the amount of dice I roll, I'm always going to fail because I'm targeting. I should roll 1 die, sorry. I'm going to roll no dice, so pass 0 threat checks, which means I just increase the threat level by 1, setting it to a 1 designated as the box on this big strange die. After revealing the first marker, which is Creeping Horror, not great, not terrible, I know that one of my goals is to destroy the idol, which is in fact this little bugger here. I have to be within 10 inches of it to actually be able to shoot, and most of the team is. So I'm going to start with communications expert Adam, who actually blew it because he was in 6 of this threat marker. I guess the villainous phase is not over because we still have a 1, which is, my dear friends, the Vampire Count himself jumping on the communications expert. Things are going interesting real soon. I have a hair trigger here, which he has eyes peeled, so it's going to shoot at the Vampire Count first. A minimal target of skill 7, no sorry, the shooting action has a minimum difficulty of 5. I'm not within Creeping Horror, so it's not a disadvantage, and it will not be at all because it doesn't display. So rolling +1 die for this hair trigger. Minimum difficulty of 5. 2 hits. The Vampire Count is now making his strike. He has a skill of 7, so this is going to hurt pretty badly. Target dies that one. 8. That's not that bad. Just 2 hits on Adam. And if I recall correctly, so Adam is now marked with the bite that turn. Finishing up the villainous phase, the vampire count turns into his bat form. And at the end of the villainous phase, pick up this model and place it within one of a random hero. A random hero being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A random hero being Jack Scope. So, somewhere around here. One more thing which I actually forgot. When revealing a master, you need to increase the threat level by 1. So the threat level is now going to be 2. Hero phase turn 2. 2 of the objectives that I need to fulfill for this mission have already been revealed. One is the idol over here, which I need to destroy. The other one is the vampire count that I need to kill. That's both good and bad, because the vampire count is a real tough guy. But then again, I have 5 people able to shoot at him, so I think that's what we'll do. Starting off with Jack Scope. He is unable to shoot because he is engaged with the vampire count. So he will need to do a withdrawal from combat. Escaping combat from the vampire count is not going to be an easy task because he has a skill of 7. Well, Jack has a skill of 2, so I'm going to use 2 dice against the target of 7. Is it a minimal? No, it just said target model with highest skill, so I'm just rolling my dice. And those are 2 successes, which means that I can actually take my move and walk away 4 inches this way and use the other action. He has +1 to shoot. Yeah, minimum difficulty of 5, but I'm actually going for the skill of the target, so it's difficulty 7. That's a 6, so minimum of 7, I miss everything. Who's going to be next? I think that our demolition expert is going to go next. Nope, the demolitions expert is too far away and has too little action points, so he's just going to, for the purpose of aesthetics, turn around and shoot at the vampire count. Boom. Minimum difficulty of 7. I had 1, so the vampire count drops to 7 hit points. Second shot. The 1 hit, 6 hit points. What do we do now? We have the marked communications expert, whose line of sight is a bit blocked by Dominic. I don't want that. In that case, I would like to move up, but not trigger any other unexpected. I think I'm safe. The one that was supposed to get triggered actually got triggered. It's 2 inches, and I would say that's 1 inch for crossing this fence. And the other action is going to be a shot at the count. Hitting once, dropping him to 5. What else can we do? We have our hair trigger. He's just going to move around, shoot twice, and then keep his eyes peeled because he can. Nothing. Target of 10, so nothing. And eyes peeled. The last action is Andrew, Visor, leader of this mobile task force. I think he's going to do the same thing that Adam did, which means going 4 this way to basically be I would need to go for this way, yeah, somewhere up here to keep off the creeping horror that's located over here, and shoot 2 times because he has 3 action points. He has a lot more skill. He has skill 4, so boom. 1, 2 hits, and the other shot, 3 hits, so that's 5, which means the master is dead. So kill the master, objective completed. I've just earned 3 points for that one. Unless he can... No, I don't think he can return from the dead again. Dropping the threat level to 0 because I killed the master. Well, testing the threat level is going to reveal nothing because I'm testing 0 dice. So it's just going to be 0 successes, bringing it back to 1 again. And that's the end of the villain's phase. This time, I made sure not to go into any unexpected threat markers. Going to hero phase on turn 3. I need to destroy the idol. Let's focus on that. The idol marker may be targeted by hand-to-hand and dynamite attacks. All attacks against the idol marker have a minimum difficulty of 6, and the marker is 10 wounds. I can't shoot at it. That changed. I think that's a good thing, because shooting it was way too easy, and now it's going to be a bit harder. Can I reach the marker without... No. I will have to activate at least one. I could try going through the woods to... I'd say no. I have to activate these 2 threat markers. The one over here and the one over here to get into half combat like that. With that in mind, let's move. Let's start with our hair trigger. -1 inch for crossing the fence. So that's going to be 7 inches. Ending up here. Just outside of 6. And he's our hair trigger, so he can have his eyes peeled. Next up. Moving up to the thread, to the idol. Oh, staying outside of 6. Right. You do the same thing. Demolition Dominic. And our tough guy Andrew. He's going all in with his... He could move 12, but he's ending his move as soon as he's going into 6, not the block line of sight. For our hair trigger, that's it. Activating this threat marker behind the woods. It is a 7. It is going to be Disaster Strikes. When revealed, the revealer suffers a skill 7 attack. Let's see what we can do about that. I've lost 1 die. There it is. Skill 7, skill 9. That's a 10, so that's a hit. 1 hit, but since Andrew is a tough guy, he ignores the first hit. So, nothing. This is the team. This is the idol we're going for. This is the threat marker. Removing it now. This is the other threat marker. That is still blocking access to the idol over there. We have 2 more threat markers here. And 2 more threat markers here. Oh, somebody. Yeah, that's better. The revealed one creeping horror is over here. And the overall situation looks something like this. Going to villainous phase because we just activated the threat marker. First thing we are going to do is roll the threat check with advantage, as always. The threat level is 1. So that's just 1 die. The minimum, 8 and a 9. It passed, so it goes to 2. That's for sure that it goes to 2, since the Noose Titans move each unrevealed threat marker. Move! That was also changed, that's nice. Move each unrevealed threat markers, so there are hero with 10. 1 towards the hero, then apply threatening result. Threatening overture. Threatening overture is just increasing, which I already did. Move 1 within 10. There we go. Within 10. That's everything. That's every threat marker in the game, actually. Well, maybe not these 2. Yeah, these 2 no. so we'll be back with you in a moment. After some careful measuring, I decided that this one over here at the edge was also out of range. So moved this one, and this one. And actually this one moved within 6 inches. So I'm going to reveal it now. That's an 8. 8 is the last card threat, which is 1,000 cuts. Suffers a skill-free attack. This peril remains in play, which is bad because it's going to block all of my idle attacks. So just visor. But is Dominic also within 6? Dominic is also within 6. I don't know if you can see that. First attack against Dominic. Skill 3. Skill 8 actually. No hits. First attack against. That was Dominic, so Jack. Now, skill 9. 1 hit. After some more careful measuring, I'll notice that this one should also be revealed. This is a free. A free is a thrall, in my case, a deep 1 thrall. The master might be dead, but his servants are still up to no good. I have a hair trigger over here, but shooting through 3 of your companions is not the smartest thing to do, so the thrall jumps out behind the fence and makes his attack. Skill level 5. 6. So 1 hit on Jack. Hero phase. Turn 4. I think I'm going to do the same which I did with the vampire count. So Jack is going to use all of his skill, which is 2 dice, to jump away from the fight with this deep 1. The skill of the deep 1 is 5, so 6. It was a fail. I could try again, and I will. This time also failing, so they are stuck in combat, which is not good because he is going to be hit by 1,000 cuts from over there. Since I can't go out of the fight, I might as well go full in. Dominic is going to move into contact with the with the deep 1. Since there are 2 of me and 1 of him, I'm going to have advantage for the roll. Dominic's skill is 2, and I'm rolling with advantage. Thanks for the advantage. Means 1 hit on deep 1. 5 remaining. This is not going to end well. I'm going to pile in also with Andrew. He has a skill of 4, which is much better, and fighting with advantage. With advantage, but the minimum is the skill of the monster, which is 5. So let's do it like this. Miss, miss, miss. 10 is a hit. So another 1. What I could do is try to pile up with the rest of the team, but I won't make it in 1 turn. Instead, I'm going to take 2 actions with... Am I? Yes, I am going to take 2 actions with Hair Trigger Tom to end with base-to-base contact with the idol. And the same goes for Adam. So this might not be the best view for you guys. This looks a bit better. Yes. 2 guys are going to attack the idol next turn, while 3 guys will try to take out the deep 1. going to take hits from 1,000 cuts, which is great. Let's start the villainous phase, starting with a threat check with advantage. The threat level is 2. Rolling 6 target. 1 success. 1 success means the Noose tightens, which is bad. Which is bad because everything is going to move 1 inch. So these two guys, this one, and that's it. After moving the threat markers, this one moved in range and is revealed to be a 4. A 4 being a bat swarm, which goes to Dominic. He has his eyes peeled, probably. Oh, sorry about the hair. He has his eyes peeled because it's a free action for him. So he will be able to shoot at it one while it goes at him. Minimum number 5, so the 9 hits, doing 8 points of damage to the bat swarm. The rest moved but did not go in range. Starting off with 1,000 cuts, which has everyone in range. The first target is Hair Trader Tom. He is going to not get any damage. Communications expert Adam suffers 3 points of damage. He only has 3 points left and is marked. Actually, yeah, he's marked, but those 2 guys are engaged. Next is Tough Guy Andrew, who suffers 2 points of damage, being a tough guy. He's starting 1, so 1 point of damage. Jack Scope, 2 points of damage, bringing him to a total of 4 wounds. Dominic, 2 points of damage. That threat is going to shred me to pieces. Next are the minions. Let's go with the thing that's furthest from the villainous edge, which means the bat swarm. The bat swarm has a skill of 3 and is attacking. Tom has a skill of 2. 3 hits on Tom. And now we have the Deep One. The Deep One has a skill of 5 and is going. His primary target was Jack, so we'll stay with that. This is a bit intense because if there are 4 hits here, then Jack is a goner, and well, the minimal is the target skill. Jack's skill, unfortunately, is 2, which discards the 1, but still 8, 8, 8, 4, which means 4 hits, which means Jack died. Jack died a terrible death, shattered to pieces by the Deep One, which means everyone within range and visual has to take a horror check. Poor Jack. Poor bastard. At the end of the bat swarm. At the end of the villainous phase, pick up the smaller and place it within one of a random hero and as close to the villainous board edge as possible. So our random hero is going to be 2, 1, 2. The same. As close to the villainous edge as possible. I'll just move you guys a bit here. Actually, you should be basically contact. So, yeah, this is a better perspective to show all of the action. 15mm miniatures are not easy to film. Let's start here. Let's start with Andrew. He has a skill of 4. He's rolling with advantage because he still has a friend in this fight. He's rolling with advantage. With advantage, so I'm discarding 9. Minimal is the creature's skill, which is 5. So 1 more point of damage to the Deep One. Second attack. advantage. Thanks for the advantage. And this time, no, still minimal is 5 because of the skill level. So one more and last action by Andy. If you roll again like that, you're going to kill it. Well, minimal is 5, so I'm keeping the 5. This gun goes, this one goes. 2 hits. Deep one is down. Deep one is removed from play as it was successfully killed. Dominic can go 4. And as his second action, he will try to take a hit on the idol. A minimal skill amount of 6 is required. Should I roll you guys to see? Here maybe? That's a 6 skill, so nothing changes. A 4 and a 5, so a miss. Hair Trigger Tom is fighting the Bat Swarm. Turn around and face the swarm. Minimal is 3 because that's their skill level, so 4 is higher. 2 misses. Second action. Minimal is 3 because that's their skill level. I rolled a 1. 2 hits. 2 hits. It has only 3 wounds, so the Bat Swarm is dead. Yay for the team. That means that Handyman Adam can focus on the idol and try and destroy it with his 2 attacks. The idol has a minimal difficulty of 6, which means 1 damage. No, 2 damage to the idol. Second hit, second attack. Let's hope it's a hit. It's a 6 as a target number, and also 2 hits on the idol, bringing it to 4 damage. Good job team. That's all from the team. Now it's the villainous phase. First off, a threat check. The threat check is free. The minimum amount is the number of players in play, which is 4. 2 successes. 2 successes is the Noose Titans. Everything moves 1 inch closer, and then increase the threat level by 1 to 4. 1 inch closer means this one here is going to be moved 1 inch closer and revealed as a 5. A 5 is also a Bat Swarm, so Bat Swarm number 2 is jumping on Hair Trigger Tom, which he can react to. And this one also gets revealed. It is a 2. A 2 is the second deep one. So the party is ambushed yet again by the same monsters on the same people. This time Andrew has no friends around, which is a bummer. Okay, going in the proper order. First, Tom will make a quick shot at the Bat Swarm, trying to get rid of it. Minimal is 5 because of shooting. That's still 2 hits on the Bat Swarm. Not enough to kill it. Deep one is now going to attack tough guy Andrew. Minimal skill is his skill of 4, which means he's going to get 4 points of damage, minus 1 for the tough guy, so 3. I might be mistaken because there was a bit of a commotion here, but I believe the last one did not attack yet. So let's do that now. 10 skill, nothing, everything missed. Those were the villainous creatures. 1,000 cuts. I think that's going to actually cut my team apart. Andrew, how are you doing? 1,000 cuts. No hits. Great. Dominic, 1,000 cuts for you. And 3 hits. He has only 3 hits left. Tom, how's your status? Also 3 hits. Tom has only 2. Okay, Adam's dead. Adam was simply 1,000 cuts too many times. which means all of you take a threat check. Terror check, I mean. Well, for certain, Tom takes it. He passes. Dominic also takes it. And he fails miserably. He's going to run away 6 towards his table edge, running 5 because of the jumping defense. Get it? Defense. It's a bad joke, sorry. Couldn't resist myself. And I believe Andrew did not see that happen, so he's safe. Even if he did, he's crazy, so nothing is going to change that. Hero's turn now, and the situation is looking grave. Pun intended. Dominic, what she could do is get over the fence and into combat with the deep 1, while also trying to stay away 6, which is impossible because of the deep 1 low position. But you still have 1 action, and it's going to be an attack with advantage. Advantage means this goes away, the deep 1 suffers 2 hits. It has a skill of 5, so the minimum 5 is okay. Now we have the boss, who is, and I have advantage. This is a miss, which means 3 hits. The deep 1 is the goner. You still have 2 actions left. Andrew is going to walk with one of his actions to the idol. And with his second action, he's going to punch it now, straight in its stony face. The minimum difficulty is 6, which means 2 more hits for the idol. It has a 6 total. Now for hit trigger Tom, who is in combat with some bats. I rolled a 9 for difficulty and 2 10s, which means 2 hits, which means the bats are gone. The second action, Tom has actually only 2 hit points left, and with my rolling for the threat, I'm going away from it, as far away as possible. Over here. Chilling out behind the tombstone, behind the crypt. Villainous phase. Testing threat check. The threat level is 4, with advantage. The target number, however, is 3, since there are only 3 team members alive left. Nothing. No successes. Means that I'm just putting 1 more to threat level, going up to 5. 1,000 cuts on Andrew, this is my roll. Target level 1. 3 hits. -1 for the top guy. He is down to half of his strength with 6 wounds left. The second one, the second attack, is for Dominic. Also a 1. Target. So Dominic takes 3 hits and he's dead because he has only 3 left. My entire team was decimated by 1,000 cuts. I think Tom would not have the opportunity to see it through the trees, and Andrew is crazy for his job. Doesn't matter. People are dying all around. It really doesn't matter. We need to get that idol down. It's heroes. Turn. Andrew, you have 3 attacks on the idol. Go in once. 1 hit. Going twice. Nothing. We're probably not going to take it down. Going third time. Nope, we're not. Which is a bummer. I also have a trigger Tom, who is going to walk out of here 7 inches because going through the fence. I can't shoot at the idol, and it's too dangerous to go near it because of the 1,000 cuts. I'm going to Villainous. You know what? You keep here. Threat level 5, threat level 2 because 2 heroes are still alive. That's 4 successes. Each hero makes a horror check. Andrew passes automatically. Tom, he also passes. Then the new Titans move, each unrevealed threat there are none, and increase the threat level to 6. Back to heroes. Come on, Andrew. Destroy that idol. Target is 6 minimum. So 1 hit. Action number 2. 6 minimum 7. 3 hits. I think that's enough. Yes, 2 was the required amount. So, my friends, Andrew actually did it. He makes the idol go down. And with that, we have all. No, we don't. I forgot. I was so focused on the idol that I forgot about the other objective, which is find the precious. One more action. I believe he'll just go here to search the ruins next turn, while Tom, on the other hand, can move up to this crypt and try and search it. The precious can only be found on the villainous half of the table, and this crypt is not entirely in the villainous half of the table, so instead Tom will go to the woods and search for it over there. Is it a successful search? Yes, it is a successful search. We need a 5+ to get the precious. It's a 6. We found the precious on the first try. Wonderful. Tom, good job. You got the precious. So to sum up, I have 3 points for finding precious, which was stored in the woods near the idol. I have 3 points for destroying the idol. And I have 3 points for killing the master, which was the vampire count. All in all, I get an additional point for the hero being leader of the team being still alive, which brings me to 10, which rates the overall performance of the team as a heroic experience, the best possible. I would say that losing over half of the team was not the best experience, but in this line of duty, losses are to be expected. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.